Why do I keep coming here?
You will find the answers you seek by writing your first great song.
But I don't know how to write a great song.
It's time to learn!
How did I get here? Music is my passion. I grew up listening to music that I loved, thinking, how do they make this? How does it sound so good? I aspired to become a musician. I set out to write my first great song. A song that would draw in the audience with its rarity and splendor. A song that the world would listen to for hours on end. A song that would change lives. But no matter how much time I spent or how many songs I wrote, they always sounded uninspiring or strange. I listened to music for inspiration. I experimented on my piano. I would write something that sounded unique, interesting, what I thought at the time to be extraordinary. I would wake up the next day, listen to what I wrote, and realize I had gotten nowhere. This experience would happen to me again and again and again. One day, something changed. This is my story of how I...
You have wasted your time.
Who are you? I was taken to my study, a place I was familiar with. 2 programs were open on my computer, Verse Perfect, my lyrics writing software, and Google Chrome. Maybe he controlled this world and was telling me how to learn its secrets. Maybe learning these secrets was the way back to the real world. But how? I didn't know how to write a great song. I stared at Verse Perfect, waiting for words to come to me, waiting for inspiration to strike. Nothing came. I decided to take a break. I went to YouTube, but before I could press enter... Who are you? Why do I keep coming here?
You will find the answers you seek by writing your first great song.
But I don't know how to write a great song. I failed many times.
It's time to learn!
I was scared. If I wasted more time, I might be taken back to the forest and confronted by the man. Maybe he would even harm me. He had told me it was time to learn. I researched the art of writing lyrics. I learned about song structures, using verses, pre-choruses, choruses, and bridges. I learned that rhyme scheme is the pattern of rhyme that comes at the end of each line or verse in lyrics. A common rhyme scheme is ABAB, alternate rhyme. In this scheme, A reflects lines that rhyme with each other, and B reflects lines that rhyme with each other. Why am I here? I wasn't wasting time. Where are you? Answer me!
You are doing well, my student. Do not be tempted to stop.
You're not going to harm me?
No. I'm going to help you.
Tell me your name.
All I can tell you is I know the past.
Please! I must know who you are!
I cannot do that, even if I wanted to.
Can you at least tell me what this world is?
You have more to learn.
And that's what I did. I learned. Whenever I was stuck or unmotivated, I was taken back to the forest and the man would encourage me. It was time to apply my newfound knowledge. I took my hands to keyboard and began writing the most complex and impressive lyrics I had ever written. I used a thesaurus to find words I had never heard of. I was on the path to writing my first great song. I assume you've brought me here to commend me for my work.
Show me your lyrics. Don't be so pretentious. Do you even know what flotch and hotch and whatever that word is means?
It's the action or habit of estimating something as worthless.
Then you would do well to have it with these lyrics!
Well, that's encouraging.
Try again.
What would I write about? I had to write something or I would be taken back to the forest. I wrote about the first thought that came to my mind. And what was that? The mysterious man.
Show me your lyrics. This is good.
You like it?
You are improving. There is more to learn.
I researched music theory. I learned about scales, keys, chords, chord progressions, and resolutions. In music theory, a scale is any set of musical notes ordered by fundamental frequency or pitch. For instance, the C major chord consists of 3 notes, C, E, and G. Chord progressions are the sequence of chords used in a piece of music. With the help of the man, I learned that a key has its own chords for each note in the scale. What's the difference between a major and a minor chord? And what's a diminished chord?
I think you know this already.
Is that a laptop? Major chords typically sound happy, whereas minor chords typically sound sad. A diminished chord is neither a major or minor chord, and it is described on the internet as tense, dark, and unstable. I grasped harmonic functions. There are 3 groups of harmonic functions: tonic, subdominant, and dominant.
You continue to make progress.
Why, thanks.
Have you learned to enter songs with impact?
I don't think so. The progression of a 5 chord to a 1 chord creates a resolution. When done right, this creates tension and then resolves it, producing the maximum amount of satisfaction to the listener. I was ready. It was time for me to compose my music, to reach my full potential, but something happened that I could have never imagined.
Do not think you are ready.
But I am.
Don't do this.
You're not helping me. You're holding me back. After what happened, I promised myself I would never finish my song about this man. Then a thought dawned on me. I visited YouTube and watched videos. I made musical mistakes on purpose. I wasn't taken anywhere. This was it. I had escaped that world and the man. All I had to do this whole time was stand up to him. I was free to make music however I pleased. I began at once. I poured my heart into my music. I wrote song upon song, and then came the time for me to present my music to the world. And that's the song. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for submitting your music to Music by Losers. Just want to let you know, your music was rejected. You're a loser, and your music was still rejected.
I felt cheated, betrayed. This man waited 7 years to reveal to me that I was not in the real world. And he did this by reminding me of the worst lyrics I had ever written. I contemplated my situation. I remembered that fateful day. I remembered what I had forgotten, what I had chosen to forget.
Do not think you are ready to stop learning.
But I am. I've learned everything I need to know.
Don't do this. You can write music, but there is more to learn.
No, I must focus all my energy into making music.
Listen to me. I'm trying to help you.
You're not helping me. You're holding me back. He hadn't been holding me back. I had. I put myself in this situation. I drove myself to ruin. How could I escape my circumstances? How could the man forgive me? How could I face him in my shame? But if he didn't help me, I would be a prisoner in this world forever. Where are you? Where are you?
Welcome back, my student.
I'm sorry. Will you ever forgive me?
Yes, I forgive you.
I will finish my song about you. He helped me craft my skills. He helped me to find my strengths, to identify my weaknesses, and turn them into strengths. After years of repeated failure, with the help of this man, I wrote my first great song. We will strive for musicality, growing the sparks inside, rewriting reality. I'm alive when I'm with the mysterious man. Thank you for persevering with me.
You're welcome.
Let's work on the next song.
I must depart. There is nothing more I can teach you in this form.
But you cannot leave. Not after everything. Not now.
You will not be able to see me or speak to me again.
Don't do this.
But I will always be there if you listen.
I'm listening now. I'm listening. Don't leave. Was I in the real world? What was the other world? And who was the man? Without consciously thinking, I started writing more songs and researching, learning more about the art of music. Then I understood. The world I spent 7 years in was my subconscious. During that time, I was in the real world, learning from my mistakes. Everything was real. The man was with me. The man was me. He was the voice in my head, encouraging me to make the right decisions, no matter how difficult. He was with me, and I was listening.